Hey, Steve Parker back with another edition of Henry Talk. And as I had mentioned in a couple of episodes now, this is all about asking Henry specific questions that I totally intended upon asking all three candidates. For whatever reason, we put the offer out there. The other candidates are tied up. I don't know. But Henry Vassell has the time, and that's what it's all about. Having the time for you, the citizens of Rocky Hill, about uniting Rocky Hill. That's what it is. Henry, what a breath of fresh air. It's great to have you here. And you've done very well with the questions so far. I've thrown you a couple of curves. I think it's okay. But we want to go back to, we had talked about the growth in Rocky Hill. And I think one of the big questions with the growth are what's going to happen to our seniors. It's great that we want to do all the, all this growth is happening. But what about the taxes? I mean, if I were in a situation like that and my kids had already gone through school, why should I have to keep paying higher and higher taxes in Rocky Hill?
You know, it's actually a difficult time for seniors, not just Rocky Hill, but every town. Yeah. But Rocky Hill's taxes have gone up almost double digits in the past 2 years alone, which, it hurts them because I kept the taxes at a zero tax increase with no loss of services, which as I'm going door to door, they say, oh yeah, we remember, believe me. But the seniors, they deserve tax relief, and there's a program which I instituted 2.5 years ago. It's on a graduated scale. You get up to $500 and downward based on your income. So, if you own a house in Florida, you're probably not going to receive anything. But it was on a scale where I was going to add money to it every year. So every year, more and more people would be eligible for tax relief. It's tough. The seniors I speak to are saying that their tax bills are now higher than their mortgage ever was every month, and they're having a difficult time. They're saying that their Social Security benefits haven't increased 10% in 2 years, but their taxes have. And it's getting harder and harder for them not only to stay in Connecticut, but to stay in Rocky Hill. So senior tax relief is something that we definitely need to do, and we need to work on it, and we need to add money to it immediately.
Well, what about trying to make the town a little bit leaner and meaner? Are there ways that we could be more efficient here in the town of Rocky Hill? Are there ways that we could tighten our belt a little bit and still be able to offer a lot of the same services?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I did when I was mayor was I made sure that the staff was cross-trained in different departments. The staff before that in the departments were operated in silos, very distinct and separate departments, everybody doing just what their department did. And by cross-training staff, I'll give you one example, we were able to combine town clerk, tax assessor, tax collector, 3 departments which work pretty close together. By cross-training staff during the busy months for each of them, staff could move from department to department and help each other out. That way there, the need for less employees and less benefits was there. Another thing that we did was the copier contracts. We had a lot of printer copiers, and each department had their own. And they had contracts on them that expired at different times of the year. So each of them had their own contracts. Well, we got centralized copiers, so sometimes you have to walk about 30 feet down the hall to use a copier. And it worked out well because there was far less copiers, far less printers, and we were able to get a better deal on the contracts to maintain them.
Well, I tell you, I think one of the things that all the towns are running into right now is the future of our waterways. I mean, we've got the MDC out there, but there seems to be, the plain reality is that a lot of this stuff is breaking down. So if we're able to make our waterways better, make it a better system, where's that money going to come from?
Well, the problem with the MDC right now is the water bills have increased, and not just slightly, they've increased drastically. Almost as alarming as the spike in our property taxes.
But excuse me, but why are they increasing? That's what I'm trying to say is the water that we have, the system's the same, but how come our bills keep going up and up?
That's a great question because I don't know either. Because I've asked the question at council meetings, and our present administration, who's an attorney, has told us she's also an attorney for the MDC. So she is not asking the questions. But we do need answers, and we need answers as to where our dollars are going. Bills were, let's say you were $99 every 3 months in the past. People thought it would be $33 a month, 1/3, and it's actually like $55 a month. So overall it's increasing. While the bills are smaller, they're coming 3 times as often.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more money. So it's really difficult when somebody's a litigator and the law firm represents the MDC to ask any questions, which I'm disappointed in.
Well, just another reason why we need to unite Rocky Hill. It's time to unite Rocky Hill. Henry Vassell, unite Rocky Hill. I'm Steve Parker. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you next time on Henry Talk.
My name is Henry Vassell. I'm running for mayor of Rocky Hill, and I approved this message.